make all the difference in your career search, business, relationships, and life. Take a deep dive into the growth mindset it takes to persevere in seemingly hopeless situations as our unbelievable hosts and guests share with you how they've overcome failure to reach success and specific strategies they use to transform and dominate in their respective fields. On this episode of the Who You Know Show,
either they're going to pull the trigger or you are. Ooh. So you have to decide who's going to pull the trigger. Sometimes they pull it on you, and sometimes you want to pull it on them. Either way, if you got a good solid exit strategy, you're in good hands.
we have some amazing guests coming up, but first, let me introduce you to the executive producer and your host, Trevor Houston. Growing up in extreme poverty with a disabled single mother, Trevor's childhood started off on the wrong path when he got involved with several criminal roommates who lived inside of his broken home. As a teenager, Trevor had already been in and out of juvenile detention facilities and was facing 5 years in jail before being forced to move to his father's home at the age of 16. Here, his father presented him with a fresh start. He taught Trevor how to work hard, earn and save money, cultivating Trevor's entrepreneurial spirit and second chance at life. Today, Trevor is a successful entrepreneur with multiple businesses and is on a mission to help others overcome rejection, failure, and hopelessness so they can break through barriers and reach their ultimate potential. Now let me introduce your co-host. Mark Elder was born in South Korea, left on an orphanage doorstep and adopted at 5 months old into the United States, where he later served as a medic in the Air Force. Now, Mark is the president of Clear Path Wealth Strategies and a faithful part of the Who You Know Show, serving hands-on, helping to educate, coach, and organize job networking events that make a difference in their community. Foster Williams is the founder of SearchForYouInc.com. That powers the career search network with over 31 years of global talent acquisition expertise. Today, Foster leads and facilitates multiple job seeker networking organizations all over the USA. Let's go to this week's Executive Spotlight. Each week, we'll be interviewing the top entrepreneurs and executives and companies, sharing their personal playbook to success and the lessons they've learned along the way. Zandra Evans is the founder and CEO of Zandra Tv Network that helps small businesses save money by developing a comprehensive brand and exposure packages to reach mass audiences on streaming platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
If I can get a warm Who You Know welcome for Zandra Evans.
Trev, man, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. How y'all doing today?
Welcome, Zondra.
Good. This is, you've been with us before, and I remember, actually, I did an interview on your show, Biz Talk, right? And we talked about, we had a conversation on that show, and I want to kind of go back to that. If we can go back in time, is that cool with you?
Let's go back in time.
Right, let's go back in time.
No problem with that.
So we had a conversation about how before you started the Zandra TV Network and all of this flash you got going right now, right? You got the golden handshake after 40 years in corporate America.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Because you know what? I'm a corporate vet, been a corporate vet all my life, 40 years. I'm extremely loyal. Only 2 jobs.
2 jobs.
Wow.
In 40 years.
That's
Ain't nobody doing that no more.
Got it good.
You know, one job was in technology. I worked for Intel for 25 years. And then, and I left there because I was like, I need to go. I'm going to go do my own thing.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to retire early, but you get back in the job search. But I got hired by a healthcare company, and I should have known that when they said, we don't care where you live, because I told them I'm moving back to Texas. And they said, we don't care where you live. Well, that was true, because when they hired me, on the spot, by the way, I was on the road for 7 straight years, 3 weeks out of the month.
Oh, wow.
So again, I'm loyal to that company. I worked there 15 years. And one day I came in and they gave me the golden handshake, which is a layoff. And I had never been laid off from a job. So I was like, hell
no.
It's okay. You can say it.
I was like, are you kidding me? Well, other people got laid off too. They were crying. I was passing out the tissues, but yet I was skipping the hallway. And I said,
hold
no,
on.
I said, there's something wrong with me. It's something wrong with me.
Well, let's talk about that. You mentioned on the show that you had an exit strategy.
That's it. Now that I look in my rear view mirror, because we always have to, look in our rear view mirror sometime and see. I had an exit strategy, so I knew what I was going to do. I just started implementing. I took it out, blew the dust off of it, and started implementing. But here's the thing about an exit strategy, guys. I got to tell you this. You build an exit strategy in good times, not when you get laid off from a job, not when you quit a job. You build the exit strategy and start implementing it while you still
Start
getting
implementing.
that money.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, when things are good, you want to just
Cruise.
spend money, go on a cruise, whatever. You want to.
You're just on autopilot.
Coast.
Yep, coast.
Yeah,
right?
but in good times, you have more options available to you.
Absolutely.
And so you're able to think broader. You're able to really do that blue sky moment for
Dream.
yourself and dream because you don't have no worries. I'm getting a paycheck in another week.
Yeah.
And I ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
So
Good.
let me go ahead and dream. But I think the key thing is implementing some of that exit strategy, creating and setting the foundation before you exit.
So how long had you been preparing for that?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
5 years.
But that's
5
good.
years. Not thinking that I was going to lose a job, but you never know what's going to happen. And I think we
Not in this world.
listen,
Yeah.
because you know what? Either they're going to pull the trigger or you are. Ooh. So you have to decide who's going to pull the trigger. Sometimes they pull it on you, and sometimes you want to pull it on them. Either way, if you got a good, solid exit strategy, you're in good hands.
Love that.
Being prepared.
Well, what steps did you do to prepare? What were some of the things? 5 years. Like, you were laying that foundation so that way, boom, you're ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm a certified coach, but I have to tell you the story about this. That was not my job in corporate. I was the vice president of sales and marketing. So that was not my job, but I convinced my company to pay $15,000 for me to get certified as a coach. And
There you go.
because
Why not?
well, here's the
Dang.
thing. Because you know what? I started coaching their people on the side.
Yeah.
And they were saying, oh my God, Zondra's a great coach. And I was like, look at all the coaching you've gotten for free. I believe you owe me that. And they paid for it.
Dang.
Oh,
now
yeah.
that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta ask for it.
So when you got that golden handshake, you had your coaching, you were ready to rock and roll, right? Was there any fear or anything right that day that you got that pink slip?
I'm going to tell you.
You said you were skipping. No fear.
I was skipping the hallway.
No
'cause
fear?
I'm going to tell you why I wasn't no fear.
Okay.
I had an exit strategy, and they promised to pay me for 13 months my salary every 2 weeks.
Oh, shoot.
So I was skipping the hall because I was like, I've always felt like corporate was my umbrella of protection.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And why? Because there's benefits and there's, your salary, and their employees can become, part of your lab as you're, learning how to coach and things like that. So they have always, it's my number one gremlin. The umbrella of protection from corporate was a gremlin for me. But the mere fact that they paid me, God knows. See, this is the thing. God knows each of one of us individually. And God knew I wasn't finna walk away from them 7 figures just to mingle out deuces. No, I wanted that money. So he made a way. He made a way.
And he always
So
does.
13 months.
You had a built-in angel investor in your new coaching.
There you go. Exactly.
So okay, what would you say to someone, because we meet a lot of job seekers who are starting over in the later stages of their career, right? What would you say to someone like that who's having to reinvent and start over?
Now, Trevor, they hired me when I was 9, so I know I said 40 years. Y'all know I have to be funny. I have to lighten it up. But here's the thing. It's never too late. I mean, here's the thing. And I have to look at you all and tell y'all, here I am owning a TV network. And I always say I am a baby boomer with millennial tendencies. What in the world? I mean, what in the So I don't think it's never too late. It's about mindset. And if your mindset is in alignment and right, you can do anything through Christ who strengthens us.
Absolutely,
That's right.
absolutely.
That is- amen.
Well, you do have this this energy about you, right?
Oh, yeah.
That you do. You're captivating. You have this energy about you, and I think that's one of the things that would help someone to combat ageism if they feel like they're getting that as they're applying and things. I mean, if you're slow and you're kind of,
Why we gotta be slow? Get
No,
some
I'm just saying.
Geritol.
Hey, listen.
Get some Geritol, cause when you slow.
Listen, I've
you
talked
gotta
to
be
a lot-
old and slow.
No,
Tim
but
Conway on Carol Burnett's show.
but
Y'all
hey,
don't
we're
know
getting
nothing
real
about
because I've seen it.
Here's the thing. Do you understand that?
Where do you get your energy from?
Jesus. I get it from Jesus. And I tell you where I get it from. But here's the thing. You have to be relevant till you die. Now you got to be relevant
Till you die.
till you die. And so that's the thing. Being relevant. Not getting into the mindset, oh, I don't know how to use a computer. I don't know what to do. Come on now. Like I said, I'm a baby boomer with millennial tendencies. What do I know about streaming technology? But God taught me.
That's
And this
it.
is not where I started. My exit strategy was not to own a TV network. And that's the thing that people think, oh, you left corporate to have this TV network? No, I left corporate to do what I love to do. A mic in my hand in front of thousands.
Let's go.
Now,
Okay, so tell us about that. Talk to me about Zandra TV Network. How are you? Well, talk about when you first started it, and then how are you? Like, you're getting these shows on Roku and Amazon Fire and Apple TV, and like you're taking it to a whole nother level. Tell us about it.
Well, like I said, my exit strategy was not to do this, Trevor and team. It really wasn't. My exit strategy was to do motivational, inspirational speaking because that's what I am. Give me a mic in my hand in front of 1,000 people and there would be no fear because that's what I love to do. But God saw fit to put a mic around my neck in front of millions versus a mic in my hand in front of thousands. You have to accept the call on your life. So I accepted the call over 5 years ago. But at the end of the day, y'all on these mics. But at the end of the day, when I think about 5-6 years ago when I started, people were smiling at me, but they was looking at me like, girl, go get a job.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Your smile right there was priceless. She said,
Go get a job because nobody's going to be watching TV on their phone or on their, iPad and I was like, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And think about it, that was just 5 years ago. Our mindset was like, we always going to look at a TV on the wall. We still do. But really, it's anytime, anywhere is really the name of the game. And I saw that 5.5 years ago, and I was like, I don't care what they say. This is the way it's going to be.
Oh.
And created Zondra.
A vision in your head, how you saw it coming.
I don't know that I saw it coming, but Jesus did.
That's the thing.
So
if we
You
go
felt
there and we use what Jesus gave us, the doors will just kind of magically open up.
Yeah.
Omar, you ain't got no word, but
None at all.
so how
Not
do
at
you
all.
get shows onto the streaming channels, Roku and Amazon and all that stuff? How do you get them? Like, because is there a process? Is there like a vetting process and then funding and like how does that work? Like someone that doesn't have any idea, they're like, okay, I've got I do live streams or whatever. How do I get it up to that next level on streaming channels?
Yeah. I got to give a little history. So, Trevor, I bought my first Roku channel, and I had 2 shows. And I was like, this is kind of crazy. Ain't nobody coming over here to watch it. What kind of binge watching is that going to be? Binge me. And so I had 2 shows, but God told me to buy it. So I did buy the channel and then started developing it. The long of the skinny is that's what got catapulted us into Comcast cable regionally.
Okay.
It catapulted us into multiple Roku, Amazon, and Apple channels. And then in 2019, I heard a voice that said, build the network and build a training academy. Teach people what I taught you. And I said, okay, that sounds like an incubator. And so we built it in August of 19. And you know what happened in 2020? But it was our explosive growth year.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
It was our explosive growth year. We ran our first academy. I had a Zoom meeting, and I had 7 people that had said earlier in 2019, I want to be on your network. And I was like, I ain't got one. But I was like, okay. And so I called those 7 people in the room. 5 of them joined immediately. In 30 days, I had 12 entrepreneurs that were going to pivot and become TV producers on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's awesome.
Okay. So I'll talk about that for a second. So for the audience, maybe it's a vision that you've had. Maybe you want to speak on stages. Maybe you want to have your own show or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Does it have to be lights, camera? Does it have to be studio quality? Can they do? Tell me about that. Do you have shows on your network that are? I'm sure you got this. I know you got this.
I got this.
Right? But
Yeah,
do you have maybe a lower quality, or where do people start?
No, because I don't believe in nothing lower quality, because God,
Okay.
God requires me to
Okay.
operate in excellence.
Okay.
So I can't go lower. There's no lower quality. So you got to know. I didn't empty it out. You got to know what you're doing. Now, I also, made room for podcasters because I knew that podcasts with audio and video would need distribution sooner or later on TV. So I made room for that, but I still require that people go through the academy, because the media and TV academy teaches you how to posture in the media and how to be effective, the lighting that you do need. We want good quality. Most of my producers actually produce in-house. We're a full production company. We did everything. We're development, production, and distribution.
Do you have any examples of a show that maybe didn't start out with all of the production,
I do.
but yet was able to be successful and then launch into that?
Absolutely. Lead Hership Global is on my network.
Lead Hership.
Okay.
Lead Hership Global, Linda Fisk. It's a podcast, and she has fairly, really good lighting, and she does it out of her office, and it's all good. So she's on our network, and we are streaming like 50 shows of hers.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And she just does it kind of on her own.
She does it on her own, and then she uploads it, and we go in and drop in a couple of commercials and put her out there on TV.
Okay, so
right,
you
all
just
right.
led right on in there. So commercials,
Yeah.
right? Sponsors, right? Because a lot of this stuff. So how does someone go about? Do you have tips on?
Of course I do.
Like, I need to get a sponsor.
Come on,
I need some of this. You know what I'm saying?
you need some
know
of
what I'm
that
saying?
do re mi.
Any sponsors out there? Just
Yeah, exactly.
Throwing that out there.
Here's
What?
the thing. I think when you're making this pivot to come into TV, this is new territory for most people.
Right.
I mean, we could have a podcast, and that's great. But when you really start talking about being on TV and what that does for you and the gravitas
Whole
that
nother
comes
level.
along, it's a whole
'Cause everybody's got a
nother
podcast.
level. Everybody got a podcast.
Everybody got a
Yeah.
Zoom. If
Yeah.
you have a Zoom account, you have
You
a
got
podcast.
right?
Everybody got a podcast.
Everybody got a podcast.
Everybody.
So this right here, what you're
Everybody.
doing is awesome, but you need distribution on TV. So
right.
here's what the thing about sponsors. When we built it with integrated commercial bank.
Okay.
Which means that
Tell me what that
as
is.
you come on as a producer, we don't expect you to go out and get your sponsors on day one, because you got to learn the business. It's a business thing. So we have a commercial bank, and when you film your shows, we then go and place commercials in your content to legitimize you out the gate. So when you tell people I'm on TV, go check out my show, they're going to see a commercial break. And the belief is somebody paid for that.
So does
And they did.
Hold on. No, and I love
Yeah.
what you're saying. So when I first started this show, okay, I went to my power partners in the community because I didn't have sponsors. And I went to them and I said, these are relationships I already had formed. And I
Yeah.
said, hey, listen, I want to give you a commercial on my show. to create that perception that I had sponsors, right? And I said, I want to give you this, right, until I can replace it, and then I will give you an opportunity if you would like to. You could buy it if you want to, but, right? But yeah, you have to create that perception.
You're a genius.
You like that?
You're a genius, because that's the way we built it. To me, that is the winning factor, because it legitimizes you and socializes your content on another level. Everything we do, we are ready for any level of TV distribution, which is why we can, spread our wings and be distributed in Australia and London, and because we've already built it in a way that it's undeniable.
Well, that was part of my question, which is you have the TV side of it, but then you also probably have a media advertising side of it then too, right?
Do.
So you
We do. We're
joint
full service digital marketing and advertisement company. And so we teach you how to go get those advertisers. And so, everybody's, used to talking about white label. So, we do a lot of white label. We white label the contents of the package, and then you can layer your brand on top of it. We have a base price, but you can set your price based on your content. So we really, the goal of Zandra TV Network is to really be that place for business entrepreneurs to pivot into TV and start making that money, because ain't nobody making no money on YouTube for real now. I don't know. You getting some? I ain't getting none. But
I bet she's getting some.
But you probably getting some. But
out there, she getting some. She
But
getting a little bit.
it's one
She's like,
in 75 people in the room. One. I want to create more winners than that. Just one. And so the way you do that is on TV and having sponsors and advertisers. But we teach you how to do that and how to go after your avatar, because yours is different from mine.
I love that. And so you've got all those packages ready to go so that people can step in and go sell that package.
Yeah.
Where do they, okay, so I got this package, I sign up, I'm ready to rock and roll. How do I find my target audience to go sell it to so that I can grab those sponsors?
Well, we in the incubator, we go through and talk about your target audience, but also what comes with the incubator, I get to do my business coaching. Every producer that's in the academy gets an hour and a half of my time once a month for us to do business strategy and planning, because every single person is different. So I take the floodlight approach once a month for 2 hours, and then I do the flashlight approach one-on-one with each of the producers so we can build their business strategy.
Well, and I love that. So you're giving them your time. Your time is your money.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. I'm sure, because you've been doing this, like, you've been through a lot. I'm sure there's been some ups, some downs.
And
Talk
some
to me about
turnarounds.
some
And some
turnarounds.
turnarounds.
some 180s.
Look for the exit.
Yeah.
Like, what? Talk to us about some of those challenging times that you had starting this business, because it's exploding and you're just doing amazing things, and I love it. What were some of the dark moments that you had to overcome?
I think I've never really talked about this a whole bunch. But I sold my house for this vision.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all of it.
I went all in for this vision. And I really thought, because I heard, you're going to be a lender, not a borrower, that I was to take that money and invest it into my business. And that's what I did, because I didn't want to owe nobody. I'm going to be the lender. Well, now that I look back over the years, money gone, money gone. And I think about it, really what God was telling me at the time is that you will be the lender of money to small business entrepreneurs to make their dreams come true on TV.
I love it. I love it.
So that's our business model. Yeah.
I hear it stepping out on faith happening.
That's our business model. Everybody that comes to Zandra TV Network is 20% down, and then monthly payments over 3, 6, 12 months at 0% interest rate in order for your dream to come true. Because people don't walk out here with I got sponsors with all this money. Throw some money in there for me.
How do you
with all this
find
money.
and vet one of your shows, right? Like, obviously, it's a business, so you don't want to really turn that many people away if you don't have to, but some clearly aren't
Some people
probably
ain't
the
made
right
for it,
fit,
or
right?
what?
Oh yeah, I've had to turn a few folks away.
You had to say this
because
is- this
the
isn't for you.
content. I mean, we've coined ourselves as the home of positive programming.
Okay.
So there's just certain
Okay.
things can't be on my channel.
Sure.
Okay.
And I don't have
Yeah.
no problem going like, you know what, it's great.
Go on
but,
with your
but
bad self.
Yeah, you get to go on
get
with your, yeah, and let me turn you on to maybe somebody else that might be willing to do that. But I won't compromise on that.
I
Good.
love that.
I just
love
will not
that.
compromise.
You let them on
I love
and be
that.
money gone.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'd like to do something right now. Who in the audience has a dream? Does anybody raise your hand if you've got a dream? I got one. Oh man, we got a bunch of them. Okay. You got a dream, right? Okay, I got a bunch of hands going up. So what I would like, if you'd like to share with us what your dream is, that we can maybe build a TV show around your dream and like get it out there to millions of people. Just raise your hand real quick. You got a dream you'd like to share? All right, Hope, can you bring
I see you.
bring the mic, please? Just one, please.
How's it going? My name's Daryl Holloway, and I've had a nonprofit called Acts of Joy since 2015. I lived in Indonesia for a year, and I got to see what a third world country looked like. And then when I came back to the United States, I was like, man, I'm grateful to be in the United States because of the things we have. And I know we have problems, but I saw different problems when I was in Indonesia. So my dream's always to build this program or this nonprofit up to things to give back to people. And Acts of Joy basically is what I would do, and I do this depends on the time frame. Last year I gave 386 pairs of socks to the homeless. I've bought meals at Walmart. I've done things like that. I've given Starbucks to other people just out of the blue. So it's a dream that started pretty well, and then it's kind of dwindled because I was a school teacher, and then the time wasn't there. And now now I'm a realtor. I just resigned from being a teacher this May. And it's always in the back of my mind to bring Acts of Joys back to basically give and spread joy, because happiness is easy. Everyone could be happy tomorrow, but they also can be sad the next day. But if you can be joyful in your heart, which, we all learned from going to church and being religious and believing in God, that's really what matters. And that's why Acts of Joy to me is a big passion. And I'd love to take that off the ground and for it to be what I do. I love recruiting people to the part of giving back and building relationships. And that's part of the reason why I've been a teacher, because it was all about the kids. So.
Love it. Hey, Zondra, can I do something real quick? All right. So we got well, hey, we got this, fishbowl and stuff, but we're gonna do this later. Actually, I know you wanted to give an hour coaching session to the audience, so I'd like it to give it to that guy, the guy that did. Yeah, I'd like you to do that for
Give him
him.
my card, too. Thank you. It's on. Demi will give you my card, and you just make an appointment, and I'd love to sit down and talk to you about your goals and strategies, and then figure out how we can make some of that come to reality.
Love that.
Boom.
Love that. Boom. Coming soon to a network near you.
You better know it.
Let's go.
You better know it.
What is the best way for the audience to connect with you?
It's so simple. BeOnZTV.com. That's BeOnZTV.com.
Love that. Guys, if you can do me a favor, take your pictures now. Get your pictures. Post that on social media. Do you have a hashtag or anything that you use?
Hashtag Zandra Tv Network.
There you go. Hashtag
Right.
Zandra TV Network.
That's right.
And tell her, what was one of these mic drop moments that meant something to you. And I want her notifications going crazy, y'all.
I appreciate you.
Guys, warm welcome for
Zondra.
Zondra.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching the Who You Know Job Networking Show. And a very special thank you to our co-host and guest for joining today's episode.